One of the great new features in ZePRA 9 is the easy-to-use DeviceLink Iteration Wizard. Iteration can be necessary to achieve the best possible color match, especially when proofing or when printing on digital printers in the close matches desired. In this example, I will be improving a proofing configuration set up in ZePRA that shall simulate an uncoated offset press of an Epson proofer. To do so, simply select that configuration, right-click, and then select DeviceLink Iteration. The DeviceLink Iteration Wizard will start, and to apply an iteration, a special test chart must be converted with the desired color management setting of that configuration. Here we select the default iteration chart and the instrument setting we want to use to measure that test chart. In my case, I will use my Euro 1 measurement instrument. I click on Save to save that test chart. This is the test chart that we are going to print now on our Epson printer and then measure it in the next step of the iteration wizard. With Continue, you go to the next step. In this step, you can either measure directly or measure the test chart separately in a separate application. You can load the measurement data. When loading the data, we'll see with the green check mark if the measurement data is okay, and I can click on Continue to get an evaluation. On that evaluation page, I can see that with the evaluation results, the contract proof wouldn't be okay. It failed the ISO 12647-7. You'll see that all patches, there is a much higher delta E than would be allowed. And to improve that, as you can see here, a device link profile can be created and will be applied automatically in the configuration. Simply clicking OK and Continue, then the device link will be calculated. And in the next step, in this final step, you can either close that dialog if you're happy with that process, or if you want to check if the iteration has worked, you can follow the advice here to optimize the device link profile again. Simply click on Continue, and the iteration process starts again. Now, with the iterated device link profile selected in that configuration already automatically selected from that wizard. So we are creating a second iteration chart. And under Continue, I will load again the measurement data of that measured second iteration chart. And under Continue, we'll see that now the evaluation results after a first iteration process is already within the tolerances, and we have very close delta E values here. Perfect proof would be achieved now with that configuration. Hence, the DeviceLink Iteration Wizard already recognized that the iteration result is great and wouldn't apply another iteration process. So when clicking Continue, the DeviceLink Iteration selects the Close This dialog automatically, and by clicking the iteration wizard would be closed, and the device link is now applied in that configuration, and the proofing would then create a perfect match according to those small delta E values that we have seen.